Hi everyone, today's going to be a little bit different video. As you can see from the title, there are just times when I really don't like being a member of the LGBT community, and I thought I'd just talk about it because it happens, and most of the time it's fine, and most of the time in spite of my challenges, I don't feel ashamed of who I am. Despite many people in my life over many years telling me that I shouldn't be the person that I am. But there are just times when depression and other mental issues just get to a point of, like, why does this happen to me? Why am I like this? None of this would happen if I just was straight or cisgender. And I don't know really why I'm sharing this, but it's not always. I think a big misconception I had when I came out was a lot of queer people are really confident in themselves. And yes, everyone has to have that to an extent. You know, it's important. And you have to have some, like, defenses against other people that might hurt you for that part of yourself. But it's not going to be like that all the time. You know, life is never amazing all the time. You know, there's got to be some darkness there somewhere. And unfortunately for queer people, depending on, you know, who the person, but unfortunately there's usually quite a lot of darkness. And most of the time, you kind of just bear it and you get through it. And if you're good to yourself, you will get professional help, and you will, you know, do what you need to do in order to overcome that. But sometimes you just put in a box, whether that's by other people or by yourself or whatever. You know, it could simply be something as simple as you're too anxious to do something. You're too anxious to ask for help, which I have found myself in before. And it's times like that when it's not very fun to be queer, and life is not perfect. But I just thought it's important to be able to recognise those moments and say to yourself, it's okay. It's okay that I'm not confident and proud of myself all the time, because what is important and what's not okay is if it's like that all the time. What's important is that in spite of all of that, at heart, you still believe in yourself and you trust yourself, and you know that it's going to be okay, and that there's no need to be ashamed of who you are. And I think that's what I'm going to try and tell myself for the next little while, because I've had a rough patch recently. But I don't know really why I'm posting this, but I just thought maybe it's a reminder to people that it's okay to not be okay sometimes. But what isn't okay is when that darkness rules over you and prevents you from being true to yourself and being who you really are. So I hope you've enjoyed my little ramble, but I hope everyone's doing alright, and I'll see you soon.